Hey guys, welcome back to another home renovating video. Today I'm going to be walking you through the little update and transformation of our family room area and our bedroom. We'll get to the laundry room in the future because I kind of had to mesh some footage together, so I just decided to upload that separately. So I'm going to show you what we had done so far up to this point. Here was a look back at our bedroom from the disaster that happened. We took out all this old floor, we took out this old carpet, and we were going to do the floors, but we ended up calling somebody in to do them. We also put in some recessed canvas lighting, and we moved a couple things around in the family room. We really kept it simple in here. The minimal thing is just a really good vibe down here, just because it's like, not too much going on, keep things peaceful. And James really wanted to keep this space open to work out because some stuff that he uses to work out just doesn't fit in the basement. So yeah, this is how the room ended up turning out. We did start the floor, James did, and then it just kind of really wasn't going that well. And I was like, hey, all this money was put up for the supplies. How about we have a professional come and do this, because I really don't want to mess this up, because obviously we don't want to lose money out on the supplies. So it was worth it to just go ahead and invest in having a company come out and do it. I actually know somebody through a friend that owns a small flooring company, so we called him. His name is Diogo, through Happy Floors Floor Installation. If you're in the Downriver, Michigan, Southeast Michigan area, that's who I had come out and do the floor. It was really great because he was knowledgeable on how to both install the floor, and he could salvage what my husband had done up to that point. It worked out. He also helped us to figure out what trim work we needed to do. And the thing that we just really weren't keen on was just getting the floor in the right position on the floor and doing the what do you want to call it? Like the door edges and frames and stuff. He had to cut all around that. So it just took a lot of hassle off, especially because James was working full time. I didn't really understand exactly what to do, and it was going to take a while. And we just wanted to put our bed up so bad and get the house put back together, because it was just a disaster. Like, this whole level of the house was just in the basement. We had stuff in the kitchen, and it was just taking like way too long. So we were like, okay, let's hire somebody to come out and do it. He did a great job. On this day though, we had some band stuff going on for our oldest daughter, Savannah. She's in marching band. So we had a game and competition to get to. So I ended up telling him, hey, it's okay, just finish up and we will clean up after you pack up and go, because I already knew I could use the content. And we still had a few things to do after he was done, because we were short on a little bit of supplies we didn't intend on. We end up making some changes, and I'll show you in a minute. We had to replace this piece of carpet, so James went ahead and was going to do that, and just a few little odds and ends that we wanted to figure out. So we were like, we're going to go ahead and finish up the job. So that's what we went ahead and did. Once everything was done, the next day we ended up getting into this room. I really wanted to dust because there was like drywall dust everywhere from doing some light sanding from the holes that we patched, and I just hadn't dusted in this room anyway since the summer, so I went ahead and did that, and I did wash the walls. Now, you'll see later, I think it's in a different video, but when we originally moved into this house, we didn't have the whole house painted, but we did have this room painted on this floor, and we painted the upstairs, so this paint in the house is washable, but the one in the family room with the fireplace is not washable, so that one didn't work out as well for me to do, so that's why I didn't do the walls in there. This room was very dusty though, and it was like the walls were actually pretty gross, actually, even though they don't look horrible. It definitely needed it because the water was definitely a true indicator. I also wanted to wash the blinds while I was in here, because we're getting ready to close up shop for the winter soon. If we even get to that cold weather, like, we've been having cool nights, but the days have still been in the 80s here. It's so bizarre. Usually by this time it is cold. If it's still warm at Halloween, I'm going to really start to worry, because we haven't had a non-freezing Halloween in many, many of years. It usually always snows on Halloween. So hopefully by then, we'll get to where we're having heat, because it's just so weird right now. It's so chilly in the evening, and then it's like very, very hot in the day. It still feels like July when we're in the heat of the day, which is just really crazy for Michigan. But we cleaned all this up, and we do want to get a new blind for here, but we didn't get it yet. We're going to try to find the match to the other two in the family room. But since I was in here, I was like, let me just go ahead and clean it up. So it looks like I'm being a little rough with them once I get to them, but I just was wiping them down. They weren't perfect by any means, but since they were still in here and everything was going to be all cleaned up, I just wanted to wipe those down. One thing I forgot to mention was, not to mention, but I didn't film it because I forgot, because I was in and out while James was working on stuff too. But he did end up switching out all the switch plates in our bedroom, and that, what's it called? The outlet covers. That's what it is. So the outlet cover and the light switch plates, we did switch out for white ones. So that's looking a lot better too. And we did put in a new doorknob as well. As I was cleaning, I was like, how should I do this room? I know we're going to put a new blind up, and I know we did a few odds and ends. I need pillows eventually as well, but I was like, what should we do in here for the decor? And we do have to redo our closet because I don't know if I said this in the last video or not, but our old bed frame had drawers underneath it, and it had 6. And this new one we picked up off of somebody for, they were just selling it. So we bought it off of them, and it only has 2. So we still have to find more storage for our clothes. So we have to either, look how dirty this rag was. Ew. I was just using my mop bucket for like a bucket as a, while I was cleaning. And then I did change the water. So after I did the walls, I did change the water, and there was fresh water in there to do clean the blinds and windows. And then I did the new water again to do the floor, but because I don't think I showed it, so I just wanted to mention it. But as I was doing this, and I was like, I know we need to redo the closet so we have more functional storage space in there, but I really just don't like doing decor in here. I don't know, it feels like it gets a little bit dusty down here more than others rooms, but I feel like it's still just dusty everywhere. And just the more stuff that you have, the harder it is to keep it clean. Like when you have lots of different things to dust and all that. And that's typically why I like not having curtains as well, because curtains, I feel like they just collect odors and allergens, and they need to be taken down and washed. And so that's why I really like not having curtains. There's only really curtains upstairs in the upstairs rooms, and that's because those curtains came with the house and I just haven't taken them down. But yeah, I don't know. As I was doing this, it felt really good to finally be able to just think about getting back in our bedroom. We were just so sick and tired of sleeping on the couch and sleeping in the living room and having our crap every freaking where. So it was really nice to just get back in here and give this room a refresh, and then put everything together so we can actually relax. I'll tell you what though, cleaning this floor is not like cleaning regular wood floor. It feels really weird, the consistency of this. This is the Life Proof Fresh Oak. I think it was in the 22 mil, I want to say. I can't remember exactly, but it is the Life Proof, and it is the, I think it's the 5 or 6 mil, and it's the Fresh Oak one from Home Depot. And it's really good. I like it. It's just that when you are mopping it with a mop like this, it does feel really weird. The water kind of almost just doesn't stay on there, if that makes sense. I can definitely tell that the mop is picking up the dust and the debris because my mop water was gross. So I can definitely tell that. But it just has a really weird mop to it. It just doesn't mop regular. And I've I've mopped plenty of other like vinyl flooring when I'm out on cleans. I've also had other types of vinyl flooring, but for some reason this one, it just feels really weird, almost like it's not really getting wet, I guess. It's just the oddest thing when I'm mopping. I'm like, dang, I can't, like, as you can see, it's not even changing colors as I'm mopping. So it's like, did I mop over that spot? Is that spot clean? You know what I'm saying? Because like obviously I'm mopping the floors and they're not absolutely disgusting, so they're still dirty, but I can't see the noticeable dirt. So I mean, that's really great for me because the floors just are gonna obviously look cleaner, but it is hard to tell, especially with my eyesight, like, did that part of the floor actually get cleaned? So as I've been mopping over the last week, I'm like double mopping almost, because I'm like, I have to make sure that I got this spot. Which is fine. That's great because we love materials that actually help us, you know, live here and make the home look better. And for us, our dogs are light-haired dogs, so that's why we love all of our light-colored flooring. And that's why we went with this color as well, because it just helps mask the problem areas that we have in the house through having pets. So their pet hair isn't as noticeable because the floors are lighter and their hair is lighter. Whereas, you know, it'd be different if it was a stark contrast of, you know, a dark floor with the lighter hair. And so ultimately, that was why we went with this lighter color. Now, one of the other weird things that we had to deal with was our drain pipe in the laundry room. It's cemented in, so there really wasn't much we could do there. So we just had the guy drill like a portion of a hole where it was supposed to go, and we said we would take care of it later because we didn't know what we wanted to do. But we decided to just put a faux little cover over it, and it worked out really well. So there's still a drain there. The room is set up for where all the water goes there either way. So this just works out. I was worried that if it wasn't sealed that the water would seep under the floor and stuff, but either way the water runs to the drain. So I think this is going to work out good. We ended up going with a 4-inch one. Now here's where we had the stair. So we have an Easter egg in the basement, which is a piece of carpet left behind when we got the new carpet installed, and it's under our cabinetry down there. So when it came to this stair matched the carpet that was in the family room. So I was like, well, what are we going to do with this? Well, we had old carpet left over from when the basement was done too, the same one. So he cut that out, and we ended up cutting this flooring that we had to size. He did it, but actually when he went to go get some other stuff, I went back through and I resprayed it to make sure it was really, really on there. So it definitely looks better in the next clip before he does this little stair nose guard, which he ended up nailing in. It worked out really well, but I'm really glad we decided to change out that carpet because I didn't want to have another one there because it was just going to be way too weird. So I'm glad we had that extra carpet. We did try to use the old rug that I had in the living room in our bedroom, but it was just way too small and it's just really dirty. This was in Jordan's room at one point, so it's just full of like, you know, her, like all the dirt from her room when she would play and make crafts, and it's got like hot glue stains on it and stuff. So we just put it back in the living room for now. And we just decided to put the bed down here with no rug. I'm curious, how often do you clean your bed frame? That's always something that I find interesting. Like, have you ever thought about cleaning your bed frame? I don't think a lot of people actually do it very often, or they just leave it for their spring cleaning list. And that's kind of me, but with the dog hair, I kind of have to like dust it off more often than not. I wouldn't say I'm crazy about it, but since we got this bed off of somebody, I wanted to wipe it down, give it a fresh wipe down and clean before we get everything settled in here. I actually realized a few nights in that I think that they were smokers in the room because I kind of smelled like smoke. So I think I might go back in with some soap and water because I was just using like a damp rag, and then I used a little bit of my furniture polishing spray. But it might need a little bit more than that just to get some of the debris off. This is a sealed wood, so it won't hurt it at all as long as it's not sopping wet. But hopefully that will help because it was fairly clean and the drawers didn't smell at all. So I think just one more wipe down will make it really good. But it is a really, really pretty bed. The back is higher than our sleigh bed was. So it does take away some of that light out of the window. But I tell you, in our bedroom, like when we're waking up, we wouldn't even really know it's daytime half the time, even when it is daytime, just because where our house is positioned, the light just doesn't come in this room in the daytime that much at like sunrise. So we don't mind that the bed is blocked right there at all. I mean, the window is blocked right there at all. It was no big deal. I do really miss the drawers under the bed, and I'm really still so sad about our bed, but we saved a lot of money by not repurchasing. They did have it in store, but we just decided to go this route because the bed was like, I want to say $1,200 or something, and we only paid $300 for this frame, so it was worth it. It also came with a couple nightstands, which doesn't fit in our room, but I ended up using them in the family room alongside the couch, which you'll see in another video soon. And those turned out really cute, but I really like the white, what are they called? I'm drawing a blank today. The white nightstands that we had in here already, I really like those because I don't like all the furniture to be matching in one room. It kind of, hurts my brain these days. I've just gotten used to like collecting furniture, I guess you could say. When we were here, there was just so many different things, and having not really bought much sets of furniture in general, like it's just not a look that I'm accustomed to at this point. I like the vibe of design where everything doesn't match. So I decided to keep the white nightstands, and they also have plugs in them, so our charging cords can plug right into them, and we can plug the stand in itself. And they fit the space very good, and they have gold on them, so I just couldn't part with them. Did you see the spots just disappear off this fireplace stand when I was oiling it? Like, it just needed a little bit more scrubbing and buffing, because I don't know if it was the dust or if something had been set on it. I don't know, but I was able to buff the little darkened spots right out of it, and so that was really cool. That made me happy. I gave all this a really nice dust and wipe down because I'm sure if it ever does happen to get chilly here, we'll be turning this on pretty soon, just to cozy up the room before bed is usually what we do. It's really cool because it comes with a little space in the back, so we can keep cords here, or you can keep a speaker here, whatever you like. But through this process, I found some important papers too, and I was like, wow, we've had a really crazy summer, so much to the point where we got out a lot of our paperwork and stuff back and forth between doctors and state things and all this stuff. So I have to definitely organize all of our like important paperwork and get like the new system working for that, because everything's just out of whack and I can't find everything. Like you think of it and you're like, where is that? I'm to the point now where I have to be like, actually, where is that? I have to think about it. I don't know exactly where to go look for it. So that means it's time to organize. Here's the not the bathroom, but the closet. It turned out really good. After this, I decided we need to, as you can see, this is what all this was looking like. This was a hot mess. It was so hard to walk down here for, over a week's time with all this happening. And just be like, we couldn't use the workout equipment and we couldn't find laundry. It was just all thrown down here. There was nowhere for it to go. At the time, the kids' rooms were messy too. They're cleaned up now, but like I didn't even want to take the laundry in their room because I didn't want any clean laundry getting, confused with dirty laundry. So it was just a hot mess down here. I really felt like I was in a hoarding situation down here, and it really did rack my brain. And I'm just so glad it's over. I really have become accustomed to having space to move in this house and to having a clean space. And don't get me wrong, it's not 100% like, we're not going to eat off the floor, but I really appreciate having a clean home now. And I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I just moved all that stuff off the stairs so we could get our bed up here. And that was the hardest part. So I'll take you through a little piece of that with us. Okay. This is what not to do. Okay. There's only one way to go. It's up. Damn it, it's really hard. Okay. Let's just push it through. Let's smash it down and pick it through. Come on. I'm pulling it. Push it up.
How's that gonna work?
Yeah, right here. We're gonna flip it in. Come on, push the top down. Come on, seriously, just push that in here. We're gonna sandwich it. I can't.
There you go. Hang on. 1, 2, there you go.
I'm so dead, bro. This is the worst experience ever.
1, 2, there you go.
I can't.
We're almost done. sitting down there.
I can't. Oh! Oh my God!
Yeah,
This is the hardest thing. Okay.
Yeah, like this. Alright. Well, there you go. You're about to hit everything.
Okay. Just hold on a second. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. Oh my God. When I tell you that these foam mattresses are the worst, like I don't kid you not, like it took us 10 minutes to get this mattress up those stairs, and we only have like about 6 stairs right there. So it was a pain. This thing is extremely heavy. The structure of it just doesn't work well with any kind of movement because it doesn't stand up. And so the weight of it just falls on you as you go. And I was telling him when we put it down there, like, this thing is not going to stand up. It's not going to get back up the stairs, and it just took so long. We actually had to take breaks because it was just so heavy. It was like lifting water. It's so bad. I just hate moving these foam mattresses so bad. I'm glad we have a bed. Don't get me wrong, but if we ever need to purchase a new mattress again, it will not be one like this. If we have a choice, like, it cannot be like this. Like, hopefully maybe some form of like a lighter version or a pillow top or something, but this thing is just god awful to move. It takes everything out of you. In the next video, we're going to go over the laundry room. I'm going to be cleaning my washing set. We have a few things to repair in there, and I'm going to put up a couple decor items, and I'm really excited for that. Since we got our bedroom put back together and we got everything out of the basement, my laundry routine has been on 100. Like, I have been so A1 with my laundry routine. I've been trying to do, I'm doing whatever laundry needs done every single day, but I'm doing 1 to 2 loads of laundry per day. We'll talk more about like the energy usage and all that stuff in the next one. Like, I learned in this deep dive of a big spiel of things, but since getting our room back and all of our clothes back up, I have just been so appreciative to be back in the position to just wash something and go get it, that I'm loving it right now. So new routine unlocked. Like, I'm done with the whole laundry everywhere thing. Like, it can't pile up no more. I told myself if it does this again, I'm just going to throw all my clothes out. I'm having 5 outfits and that's it. And I told the kids the same thing. If you can't bring your clothes down and you can't put it away when I do it for you and bring it up, like, I won't do it anymore and you won't have any clothes. I'm washing my hands with it. You know what I mean? But yes, I hope you enjoyed coming along with this. I'll show you a tidbit once we got this in. Of course, the dogs made their way here, but I appreciate you stopping by and watching. You wanna go potty? Go potty! Oh my god, look at this. No dog hair for 1 day, guys! For 1 day! Alright, thank you so much for watching. I went to the couch, got my favorite cozy clearance blanket, which was only $3, which I absolutely love. And I went and laid down because I was over it and I missed my bed so much. So I appreciate you stopping by and watching and seeing the update and seeing the current state of everything. And I will see you later this week soon with the next one. All right, don't forget to give this a thumbs up and I'll see you next time. Bye.